Here we go. We are on 8889 assignment, backside. We started this in most of my classes, so I'm going to go ahead and recap. On page 518, number 1, they gave us x squared minus 9, and they asked us to go ahead and factor this. I know that this is a difference of squares. This is x squared minus 3 squared. So then in order to use the difference of squares, little shortcut, we go ahead and we go x plus 3 and then x minus 3. Number 4, same thing. We were given a binomial. They want us to factor this. We can notice that we can divide by 2 and take a p out. This is a difference of squares, which is p squared minus 9 squared. So the 2p stays out. This would be p plus 9 and p minus 9. Then we get to page 527, number 2. They want us to factor this. This is a trinomial. Within a trinomial, I will always ask you what can we take out of all, and the first thing is we can actually take out a 6, so that's what I did. We still have a trinomial, which means we are going to use the t-chart. 1 times 6 is 6, middle term is 5. 2 times 3 is 6, 2 plus 3 is 5. So I go ahead and I split my middle term into 2x and 3x. So this would be x squared plus 2x and then plus 3x plus 6. I can actually take an x out, that would be x plus 2, and I can divide by 3, so that would be x plus 2. So now I have x plus 2, which means I can go ahead and take that out. I'm left with x plus 3, so we actually finish with this. Next problem. This is a trinomial. I cannot take anything out, but I do know that I can do a times c, so that would be negative 56, middle term negative 1. Negative 8, positive 7 would be our two numbers. So I would split negative 1 into negative 8x and then plus 7x. I can go ahead and I can distribute the 2 out and take out the x. I can go ahead and divide by 7. I have x minus 4, so that stays out. I'm left with 2x plus 7, so that's my finished answer. Page 507, number 24. So on page 507, 24, I'm given c squared plus 10c plus 9 equals 0. This is a quadratic, a trinomial, in which I can go ahead and I can factor. 1 times 9 is 9, middle term is 10. 9 times 1 makes 10. So I go ahead and I split my middle term. 1c squared plus 9c plus 1c plus 9 equals 0. I can go ahead and take out a c and then see what I can divide into the other one. If I take a c out, I'm left with c plus 9. Nothing can come out, so I put a 1 and I'm left with c plus 9 equals 0. c plus 9 matches, so I can take that out. I'm left with c plus 1 equals 0. Since I have an equals 0, now I can go ahead and I can set each part equal to 0. c plus 9 equals 0 and c plus 1 equals 0. Minus 9 to both sides, so I'm left with negative 9. Minus 1 on both sides, so I have negative 1. That's what c could be. Page 513, number 11. I'm given 2x squared plus 19x plus 24. I cannot take anything out of all. This is a trinomial, so I'm going to go ahead and factor this. 2 times 24 is 48, middle term 19. What times what gives me 48? I know 6 and 8, but 6 and 8 would be 14. What about, let me see, let me get a calculator. 48 divided by 3 gives me 16. So I have 16 and 3. So I'm going to split my middle term. I got 2x squared plus 16x plus 3x plus 24. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to group. I can divide by 2 and an x, so that would be x plus 8. I can divide by 3, that's x plus 8. These are the same. X plus 8, 2x plus 3. Page 483, number 9. I'm given 4y squared minus 3 and 4y squared plus 7y plus 2, and they ask me to find the product. That means I must distribute. So I'm going to distribute this to all three, so that gives me 16y to the 4 plus 28y to the third plus 8y squared, and I'm going to distribute the negative 3. Negative 12y squared minus 21y minus 6. Now I'm going to see if I can combine like terms. I can combine 8 squared minus 12 squared, so that would give me negative 4y squared. And I got to bring everything else down because there is nothing else in which I can do. So there is my answer. Page 383, number 16. I got x plus y equals 12. I got y equals x minus 4. So x minus 4 goes into my y, so we got x plus, and then I got the x minus 4 still, equals 12. I can go ahead and distribute the 1 really, so that's x plus x minus 4 equals 12. 2x minus 4 equals 12. Add 4, 2x equals 16. Divide by 2, x would be 8. If I know x is 8, I'm going to go ahead and take that and I'm going to plug it back in. So that would give me 8 plus y equals 12. I'm going to subtract 8 from both sides. Y equals 4. Number 18, I have 3x plus 5y equals 7. I got 2x minus 3y equals 11. This is set up to eliminate, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to multiply this by negative 2 and this by positive 3. That will give me the opposites. Negative 6x minus 10y equals negative 14. I have positive 6x minus 9y equals 33. These eliminate. Negative 19y equals 19. Divide by negative 19, and I get y equals negative 1. If y equals negative 1, I'm going to take this and I'm going to plug it back in. So 3x plus 5 times negative 1 equals 7. So that's negative 5. So if I add 5 to both sides, 3x equals 12. So x would equal 4. And I'm done.